Big up, guys. Welcome to the Creative Insight Podcast. This is the show where we get the insight into your favorite artists, your favorite filmmakers, directors, graphic designers, everyone from the creative industry, the content creation industry. We get an insight into what they do and how you guys can learn from it at home. So today I have with me Mack Jehu.
Yeah, man, what's good?
Big ups, bro.
What's going on, man?
How are you?
I'm alright, you know, I can't complain, man.
Good.
It's good to be here, man.
Thank you for featuring on the show, man. Thank you for featuring on the show.
Honor, man.
So we're gonna kick things off. We're gonna, look at your musical journey.
Okay.
Look at your musical background.
Right.
All the excellent works you've been doing, all the content you've been producing, and I've been seeing as well that you've been consistent over a long period of time as well.
Yeah, thank you. Man.
So we're gonna learn about all of that today.
Yeah, man.
So first of all, tell them how did you get the name Mack Jehu?
Well, it's actually Mack Jehu.
Mack J. Oh, okay. Right, that's the first.
Watch that though.
I feel like redoing that bit, Let me read. No. I gotta redo it. Let me just relapse that bit.
Yeah.
And then maybe I could insert Mack Jehu.
Mack Jehu, yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
But you know what? It's not your fault because the way it's spelled, a lot of people.
Yeah. So it's Mack Jehu.
Yeah.
Mack Jehu.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, Mack Jehu. How did
Jehu.
you get that name, bro? Because it's a very unusual and unique name.
Well, originally my artist name was Mack J.
Okay.
That's the name I've had for a long time.
Yep.
Mack Jehu. Jehu is actually part of my surname.
Okay.
So I've got like a double barrel surname, and it's Jehu Appiah.
Jehu Appiah, okay.
And Jehu's actually, I don't know if you're familiar with the king. There was a king in the Bible called King Jehu, and he was very he was like a rebel. He was very he repped for the Most High.
Yeah.
And sometimes he went overboard, and I think from what I can remember, he killed Jezebel. Yeah.
Yo, so sad. Yeah.
So to cut a story short, my granddad took that name from the Bible and attached it to his surname, and just.
Since then, which country are you from?
My family are from Ghana.
Ghana. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Where in Ghana? Whereabouts originally?
Okay, so my mum's family are from a place called Ejimakor, which is actually in the central region. And I believe my dad's side of the family are from, I'm trying to get the name right. It's in Swedru, which is also in the central region.
Okay.
But I can't seem to get the name right.
Have you been back to Ghana a lot?
Oh yeah, I lived in Ghana.
You lived in Ghana?
I lived in Ghana.
Oh, amazing. How was that?
Oh, it was amazing. It was inspiring. And I went quite young as well. So I think going quite young, you kind of learn a lot.
How old was you went to Ghana? When you went to Ghana?
I first went when I was about, I'm trying to remember, I think I was about 12 going on 13. And I was there for about 8 months.
8 months, wow. Okay,
and then I came back in 98. And then 99, I went back. Came back again.
Why did you go to Ghana for that long period? Was it because some people will get sent there because their behaviours
All
are
right,
good,
yeah.
and them things there.
Yeah.
Like, what was your reason why your family went to Ghana for so long?
I mean, it's part of it. Yeah, I was kind of getting into trouble.
You getting in trouble?
Yeah. And at the same time, my family was going to move out there as well.
Okay.
So it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
But yeah. So 2000.
What kind of trouble was you involved in? Was it just
the usual
school area things or?
Yeah, it's just usually the usual stuff, man. Like getting into trouble, maybe being a bit mouthy.
Oh, okay. At school, to the teachers.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So parents weren't having it.
Yeah, my parents were having it, or like just getting into fights or the usual stuff. And I think they kind of knew like, right now, you got to take this youth back to Ghana, man.
Do you think that benefited you in the long run? Like, did you change, you see a change in your behaviour?
Yeah, definitely, man. I think going Ghana taught me more about myself, about my people, about my culture. It made me look at the world a lot different.
Yeah, in what sense, like?
So like growing up in the ends is like, if you're like from from some part. Sorry, let me start again.
No, of course, go ahead.
If you're from one part of London,
Yeah.
and you grew up in the NJ and you don't really travel out of that part of London, that's all you know. So you think the world just evolves
Around your section of
yeah.
where you live, basically.
So you're limited to how you see things, and your perception of life is
Potentially, yeah.
where you're from.
Limited, yeah.
But when you travel at a young age and you let's say for example like me going Ghana and understanding that there's more to the ends than London, man.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And so you spent time in Ghana, came back, and then like, was it like a culture shock when you came back to London? Had a lot of things change in the 9 months or, during your time away?
I mean, okay, so the first time I went, I was there for about 8 months, come back. Not really much change because you're still a youth.
Still, yeah.
You don't really. I think it's only when you get older
that you kind of see the change, yeah.
So I say from 90, it's 97 to 98. So that was 8 months. I come back, 98, 99. I go to Ghana again, and it was kind of interesting because the culture is a lot different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The respect things at a high level. The way you communicate with people is a lot different.
Yeah.
There's a lot of you gotta say please a lot. You got
when you're in Ghana, you mean?
Yeah. And it's just a sign of respect. They rate that highly. So I learned that side of things, and then coming back in '99, I was here for a bit. And then I went back to Ghana again.
In London, yeah?
Yeah. So
which part of London, did I ask which part of London you grew up in?
All right, so I grew up in the town called Sydenham.
Okay,
which is literally like Lucian Borough. Yeah.
Big up Sydenham, yo.
Come on, big.
Sublo Elite Media, yeah? Local.
Come on. Yeah, we got everyone that I grew up with. Yeah, it's all love.
So Sydenham, so you grew up in Sydenham. How was it growing up in Sydenham as well?
Oh, it was good, man. It had its moments. It had its rough moments, had its good moments.
Because you got Kingswood Estate.
Say again?
Got Kingswood Estate. Then that's Sydenham, right?
Do you know what? There's so many parts of Sydenham.
Okay.
And I've been away for so long.
Okay. But so you grew up in Sydenham. Obviously, had its trials and tribulations over there. What drew you to music? Was it like a passion you had from early? Did something spark it? How did it come about?
I think it just started from like my parents, really.
Oh, wow, interesting.
So my mum played a lot of music in the house.
Right.
My mum played a lot of hip hop, a lot of R&B,
yeah.
New Jack Swing.
Okay.
A bit of dancehall. Pretty much everything. My stepdad played a lot of roots reggae, played a lot of Ghanaian high life music. So the household always had like music played in the house. So I gravitated to that at a young age.
Yeah.
So I say I just fell in love with hip hop, man.
Fell in love with hip hop. Who was your inspiration at the time, or who was you listening to?
It's interesting because when you're a little kid, whatever your parents play is what you're going to listen to.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? You can't really, at that age, you don't even really know what's going on. But I would say from what my mum was playing, a lot of the party tunes, like, who could I say? Naughty by Nature, Fat Boys, we're talking about
Biggie? Or is it...
She wasn't playing Biggie, but she was playing more like LL Cool J.
Okay, yeah, right.
So this is like the early 90s. So and then obviously, like as time went on, I started kind of getting into what I wanted to listen to.
Yeah. My
bigger cousin started like playing and started showing me other artists like Big Pun, Cannabis, Dead Prez, Eminem, and then I started, these guys are, do you know what I mean? They got their own style. But I would say like what drew me to sort of pick up the microphone was Tupac.
Oh wow, okay. What about Tupac? Was it like the message you resonated with his story, the lyricism? What was it that inspired you to that Tupac? How did Tupac inspire you, basically?
I mean, it's a weird one because when I was a kid, I didn't really know too much or understand.
Okay.
I was about 11 years old.
Yeah.
So when I was about 11 Tupac had a video called "I Ain't Mad at You." He's wearing a white
Classic.
suit.
Yeah, it's classic.
Yeah, come on. It's at the back of the car.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching this video and I'm like, rah, this is deep. I mean, it's really deep because what he's talking about is literally, you know, like he ain't mad at his brethren. He's talking about how his brethren's now become a Muslim. He's not a player no more. And bear in mind, I'm 11. I don't know nothing about that.
So you're just vibes into it. You don't know there's a way deeper meaning to what it is.
Yeah. And then I think a week later, my stepdad's brethren comes to the yard and says, "Oh, Tupac passed away."
Wow.
So it's like, I was like, raw.
How was that like? How did you process that at a young age? Because I'm guessing you haven't
that's
dealt with
interesting.
something like that before.
Yeah, that's interesting. Do you know what? I don't even know how I processed it. I just thought, so I remember telling my mum that I want to be a rapper. And you know, like, you know, our parents are like already.
Yeah. How was that? Did your parents approve of it?
My mum was like, nah, I don't want my son being a rapper. Do you know what I mean? I think like at the time the media didn't really help with how they portray the image of rappers. So yeah, I didn't start rapping until I was about 18.
18, okay. What was your first tune? Do you remember your first tune that you made?
Yeah, it's called Life Ain't Fair. I don't even know where that song is right now.
So somewhere in the algorithm.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the algorithm. You might have to dig it up somewhere, you know.
Hopefully if I can find the person who has it, But yeah, Life Ain't Fair. And then I did a remix to Usher's Yeah. I made a beat around it and took Ludacris's verse off, put my verse on there. So yeah.
Nice. And so what would you say is one challenge that you faced during your whole music career so far?
Having a mental breakdown, yeah.
Wow. Talk about that.
So around 2006, I had a breakdown. You know, my parents broke up, and there was things that was going on in the household, and I didn't know how to process the information or what was going on around me.
Okay.
And you know, back then, it's not like now. People are very vocal about mental health.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't really, back then didn't talk about it. And yeah, I just didn't really talk about it.
And like, was it like depression, anxiety, that kind of thing?
It started with anxiety, but just say you don't even know you got anxiety.
At that point, you don't know. Yeah. You don't know what you have in it.
Like I said, it's just because you've not experienced it before, so you don't actually know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I've actually had mental health twice. 2006 is when it first happened. 2012 was when it was really just took off. It took off.
It took a turn for the worst in that case. What kind of triggered that one in 2012? Because the 2006 one was your parents. Separating, and then 2012, what kind of brought that on?
I think it was the pressures of life, the world, getting to a certain age, scared of. I think when you're like going on like 27, going on 30, there's this thing in you that's fear, like you ain't achieved what you thought you wanted to achieve, and you're not where you want to be in life, and you got these high expectations as an artist that you want to blow up, you want to do this, you want to do that, and it doesn't happen. And then the pressures of the world where things were, it just took a standstill, and yeah, man. So yeah, I was sectioned twice.
Section, okay.
Yeah. So,
talk us through that experience if you can.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah,
man.
like how was that? You know, being sectioned. Obviously it wasn't good, but how was it for you? How did you feel? What was going through your mind at that time?
Oh man, it was crazy. I didn't know where I was, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know where I was. Like, it's like, I think most people who've had mental health experiences, some people have schizophrenia, some people have psychosis. Mine was psychosis.
Psychosis, okay.
So, you know, like, I've actually got songs that I've written that I'm going to be releasing later on in the year where I talk about all of that.
About your situation you've been through.
Yeah. So, I went through hallucinations, hearing voices, just constantly stressed.
All the time you was in the institution as well at this point.
Okay, so before I went to the institution.
Before, so okay, so that was like building up to it.
That was building up.
Okay,
I didn't know what was happening.
You didn't know what was happening. Yeah.
And it's like.
So at what point did you realize like you need help basically, or did someone else point that out to you?
My brother.
Your brother, okay.
My little brother. Well, he's not little anymore, but
By that time,
yeah.
So, how did that come about? Like, what did he say?
So I was in the house. I was in the flat with my mum and my brother, and then he started doing research, and he was like, "Nah, something ain't right. The way I'm sort of acting up." And then obviously he mentioned the word mental health, and I flipped.
You flipped, like how you're angry at him, or?
Not at him, but angry
at the situation, like
because the first thing, some people are uneducated about mental health. When people hear that, first thing they hear is, "Oh, that person's mad."
Oh, okay, so the stigma.
So the first thing I heard was like, in my head was like, yeah, it means I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm fighting it. So to cut a story short, I went out the yard one time. Because I was hearing voices, and whatever the voice would tell me, I would do that. I would go out the yard, and my brother would just come and get me straight away and bring me back to the yard.
Yeah.
And the next day, they had to do what they had to do as a family too.
In that, going through that situation of being hospitalized, did you find that it helped you get through your mental health?
Yeah, it did. But I feel like there's two sides to it.
Cool.
So the first side is when you're going through that stuff, you go through a process of forgetting a lot of things.
Wow, in what sense?
In the sense of you sort of forget who you are, forget who you was. You're going through some people call it chemical imbalance in your brain. And some things make sense to you,
and some things don't.
And to other people, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
So you say things that to you it makes sense, but to everyone else it doesn't.
Yeah.
And I would say that looking back at it now, it definitely everything happens for a reason. This version of me would not exist if I didn't go through what I went through. I'm hoping that obviously my story helps others, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, man.
I went through moments where I had suicidal thoughts as well.
Wow, how did you deal with that?
Oh man, that's crazy, because now that I think about it, 2006 I had suicidal thoughts, but I didn't attempt to do it. I think I've naturally from young I've just had a strong mind.
Yeah.
I've had the mindset of I don't do things for the sake of doing things, and I think through things. I'm like, some things don't make sense to me.
Nah.
Like my whole thing.
Because it will cause more pain for the people that are left behind from that kind of thing. So
100%. So my thing was like, I've got a lot more to do on this earth. There's things I want to do. There's people that look up to me. There's people that love me. There's people, and then there's people that doubt me as well. I want to prove them wrong as well. And so it was like, I went through that in 2006, and it's funny because I've never spoken about that before. It's only until we have these type of conversations. And then 2012/2013, I had suicidal thoughts again. And it was a challenging one, man. I think when I think about it, I did have a very serious moment where it was constantly on my mind.
Wow. Just like constantly when you wake up throughout your days.
Because I was in a hostel, like a YMCA.
Right, yeah.
And in the window, literally just looking out the window. But then I'm like, why would I want to do that?
Like you said, your people are looking up to you, your family, and even the people that doubt you as well.
Exactly. And then all the challenges I've been in my life, I feel like, And then it's like, my biggest passion is music, man. I love music.
Yeah.
And not only do I love music, I feel like I'm on this earth to make a difference in people's lives. I'm also trying to put something out there that people can look at and say, "Raj, you know what? He went through all of that, and
he's still staying strong here today."
Yeah. So my thing is, young, old, fat, slim, homeless, rich, what? All human, innit? I just think my story will hopefully touch others, because other people's stories has touched me. I'm not gonna lie.
No, definitely, man. Even you saying that now, I it's like going back to, you know, the suicidal thoughts thing as well. It's like, you know, you've got those family members. It's important to latch on to the positive things in your life as well, you know.
100%,
like,
man.
You saying like what resonated with me just now is that, you know, you got family that are looking up to you, you got friends that are, you know, looking up to you, you got all this, you got talent in music as well. So that's another thing, that always try and look out for the positive things, man.
No doubt, man.
Yeah, no doubt. So you're doing music as well. That's your passion. Like, besides it being your passion, what else do you enjoy about doing music?
It's a form of therapy, so it's my way of expressing how I feel. It's also a way to release. It's also enjoyment as well. It's also like, you know, like a lot of us go uni, a lot of us go school, go college, and we study stuff. We're into certain things. I don't really think my thing was an academic thing. I think my thing was more being creative.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Some people are more use different sides of their brain. Like, what you say, the left side is more creative, the right side is more
100
logical, mechanical type of thing. So yeah, it makes sense.
100%. So I think for me, music was more, especially hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've become a scholar of hip hop.
Wow. So it's like a wealth of knowledge in hip hop.
Wealth of knowledge and understanding it. I think one of my brethrens, me and him, we got a record label together called Just Terrific Records, and he always tells me that, like, he feels like I'm like the Bible with hip hop. And I was like, wow, that's actually a big statement. But you know what I mean? When I think about it, I think I draw to that music because what it's done for me, innit?
Yeah, of course.
And I feel
the impact it's had on your life.
Yeah, and I feel like anytime I needed to express how I feel, I'd either listen to the music or write. So yeah.
I don't know if you have this thing as well, but with me, like, I can kind of recollect a point in my life by a song I was listening to at that time.
Yeah.
Do you get that as well?
Same.
It's like, when I hear a song, I'm like, yeah, that's the time I went to the beach, or I went to this shop, or I was working in this place. I always remember it with music.
Yeah.
So it's like music is literally the soundtrack of life.
100%. And guess what? When I come out of hospital and things weren't really going how I wanted it to go, because when you're going through this whole mental health thing, for me, I had to restart my life again.
Wow, in what sense? Like,
and it's like
everything.
Just train my brain to. It's almost like you got to reprogram yourself again, because a lot of things you forget who you are.
Yeah, go in more depth about that. Like, you forget who you. So is it like forgetting your personality?
My personality.
You know, like,
where I was in life before I had the breakdown. Naturally, me as a person, I was born skinny, innit? So from being a little baby to the age of 27, I was born skinny. And then the breakdown happened. And then I just put on massive weight. So that kind of like, you know, like...
You look at you like you don't really recognise yourself.
You don't recognise yourself, a lot of low, and then you start to have a lot of low self-esteem in yourself. And then I've had moments in my life where I've had a lot of trust issues.
Okay.
And also like building my confidence. Music helped me build my confidence.
Wow, that's empowering, man.
Yeah,
that's empowering.
So
that's
it's empowering. Like there was times when like you're growing up in the ends. And it's like, because of the trust issues and because of stuff that you're going through, it's hard to sort of connect with everyone.
Yeah, even growing up in South London, you know, them type of areas, you kind of always got your guard up.
100%, man.
You always got your guard up. But carry on.
Yeah, so like just literally, I had my circle of friends. But I will say that so like just coming out of hospital, I started rapping again. But everything I was writing was really, like, it was whack. I didn't like it.
Really?
Because like I've forgotten, imagine like...
Wow. So you're saying you forgot like how to write
Yeah, so basically,
write,
me not making music for over nearly 2 years was weird for me. The minute I picked up the pen to write music, I was writing every day. I was listening to music every day. For a whole year or two, I wasn't listening to no music, and it was weird for me. So like, anyone that knows me that knows that I love music, man. So I would say, yeah, when I started writing, it took a while. And I got this weird message from someone on Facebook. This guy must have been in Czech Republic somewhere, and he was like,
"Oh damn, wow."
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird.
Czech Republic.
Yeah, he's like,
what they say?
He's messaged me on Facebook, and he's like, "Oh, you're dope, man.
Swear,
I just see your video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Such a video called Last Hope." And I'd even think, like, now I just think where I am now creatively, I've surpassed that version.
Where you were, yeah.
But even for him to reach out to me and say, "Rah, you know what? I like it. I want to work with you. I want to produce your stuff."
Wow.
And I didn't know what to say. I was like, "Brother, I don't want to make music no more, man."
Oh damn! So was that a moment that he's like, "Nah, I need to get back on it"?
That kind of sparked something, and then I got another message.
Yeah,
but I can't remember that one. But I remember,
but you was getting like people were reaching out to you basically. Yeah, that's good, man.
People were reaching out, and I was like, "Raj, you know what? Maybe I should jump back on it, man." And when I jumped back on the music, and then there was times in my life when I was doing music.
Yeah,
I'm trying to build a project and put it out, and something will always happen.
Yeah.
Whether it
okay, gone.
Like life stuff, like losing a job.
Oh, right.
Being evicted.
Oh my gosh, that's mad. Yeah.
All types of stuff, man. But you know what? I just think nothing before its time, man.
That's it. It's true.
Nothing before its
true,
time.
man.
And
what's a song that's like got you through some hard times or some difficult moments in your life?
What, of an artist or?
Yeah, like a song or do you, if you know an artist, good, or if you can name one of their songs, even better.
Man, there's a lot of different songs in my life, man. Bob Marley redemption songs. Tupac, The Good Die Young. That's Tupac and the Outlaws. And then So Many Tears by Tupac. Just a Moment by Nas.
Give me one more.
No More Drama by Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, nice.
Friends by Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
So it's like, because obviously for me, I listen to everything, innit? So it just depends on
And what song that kind of motivates you now, like throughout now, like you hear that song and you're like, yo, it's kind of like gets you amped up, you know, gets you fired up. What song?
Do you know what? I'm gonna have to say my own music, you know.
Yeah.
My own.
Nice. What's like the tune that gets you fired up from your own catalogue?
I'll probably have to say Against the Brain, because I've been able to just get over stuff now.
Resilience.
So I say when your mind battles against the brain and your mind battles to change, that's the battle against the brain. Against the brain. That's the hook. So imagine I wrote that before I had the breakdown.
Right. Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah, and then I released it when I came back. So I dropped a mixtape around that time called Expressions of Opinions, and so literally that song definitely when I listened to it.
Nice. And
then I got another song called Analyze the Truth, featuring a singer called Crush. She was on she's been around for a long time. She's from Bristol, and she's
big up Bristol, big up Crush,
big up Crush London, man. Crush. And she collaborated with Mitchell Brothers.
Oh,
no.
Wait. What's the Mitchell Brothers song? Is it Routine Check? I didn't take this week to be checked. Sound like you routinely check. Yeah. Bro, Channel U days.
Come on, man.
That was my tune. But yeah, go on.
I remember buying that single. Literally.
Classic with Kano.
Yeah.
Classic tune, bro.
Come on. So like, so she jumped on the remix of Excuse My Brother. I don't know if you remember that one. There was So there was a female remix of that one.
Okay.
You had Nole on there. You had Baby Blue, and Crush was on there. So if you Google it, you'll find.
So moving on from there now. How did you link up with Pharaoh Intelligence and Pharaoh Media?
Pharaoh Media and Pharaoh Intelligence is literally the same.
Same thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Oh man, that's interesting because I met Pharaoh for another friend of mine, and he introduced me to him, and then just literally you meet someone through another person, and then you sort of just get along, innit? Get along with each other.
Yeah.
And then I eventually started. He found out that I made music. I found out he made music, but not just make music.
Okay, I was gonna say, give him a little background to Pharaoh for those who don't know. What's Pharaoh Media and what do they do?
Pharaoh Media, they do a lot of things, man. So he manages me. He manages a lot of my stuff.
Okay, artist management, nice.
Management. He does videos.
Production, epic.
He does animation.
Oh, we need to work. Hey, Pharaoh, we need to work still. Yeah.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff. He makes music. He produces. He shoots videos.
So
there's nothing that this brother can't do.
Multi-talented.
And that's big bro, man. Pharaoh Media. So. Yeah, man, big up Pharaoh Media, man. And a backstory of Pharaoh Media is he started off as one of the first gospel rappers in this country.
Oh, okay.
To sell music independently. Without no
label, no record label, no distribution.
And he was doing that for quite a long time.
Wow, excellent.
And his story is so inspiring. Like even to this day, the amount of gems I get from just learning from someone like him. So Pharaoh Media, and I am part of Pharaoh Media as well. So
nice.
So
are you gonna make productions under the Pharaoh Media or continue making productions under Pharaoh Media? Like what do you see? Like what's the big next steps and the goals for you guys as well now?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a lot more stuff in the pipeline with Pharaoh Media and Just Terrific Records, which is my label.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Tell me about Just Terrific Records as well.
So Just Terrific Records is a record label / music sort of entertainment company, and we've been around since 2019. The idea kind of started, I think, 2018.
2018, okay.
And then we got into 2019. We've just been releasing music under that label. We've also got the event side of it. Yeah. Just Terrific Music. We're starting our own events. Basically, just more like not just artists performing, but also sort of DJ sort of playing the type of tunes and hosting.
Okay, hosting as well.
Know what I mean? So there's more to that. Obviously there's more in the pipeline.
Yeah, of course, man. We're locked in, we're subscribed.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it.
Yeah. But make sure you follow Just Terrific on Instagram as well.
Yeah, lock in.
You know what I mean? So man, Instagram, And so that's Just Terrific Records / Pharaoh Media. And I mean, is there anything else you want to ask me?
Yeah, of course. So for the young people out there, that might be, or in fact, not even young people, anyone out there that might have gone through a similar experience to you. Because I know a lot of people are gonna be able to relate to your message. Maybe give some couple advice to them on a situation. They might be in the same. Had gone through the same experience as you. What would you say to them?
Just don't give up, man. Don't give up. And when it's tough at the time, people will tell you that you're going to get through it, and that's probably the last thing you want to hear because you're actually going through a difficult time. Yeah. But what's that word they say?
Persistence.
Tough moments don't last. Tough people do.
Oh yeah. Tough times never last.
Yeah.
But tough people last.
Yeah, that's it. So
truth. There's truth in that saying. Though, as funny as that video was, it's true.
Trust me.
It's true. That kind of, when I saw that, I laughed, but at the same time, I was like, right, it's true. Cause I was going through something at that time as well. And when I saw that video, as funny as it was, it made me laugh. I thought, you know what? It's true, because you have to be tough. Or the tough people last. It's true.
No, trust me. And also, it's like, if you got a passion on something, don't give up. Because even throughout my years of doing music from I'd say from 2004 to 2012, I felt like there wasn't a lot of progression. Yeah. And I was getting frustrated. And then coming out of hospital, 2014, 13, things started to change.
Good.
So I dropped the mixtape.
For the better, right?
Yeah, for the
Okay,
man.
just making
100
sure.
yeah, for the
just
better,
making sure.
man.
Good.
100%. I dropped the mixtape, Expressions of Opinions.
Yeah.
And then I started selling it on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Big up to B&G Productions, because the brother that actually is part of that company actually is the one that told me about this podcast.
Okay.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Manners and respect each and every time, man.
So big up B&G Productions.
B&G, yeah. Big up B&G Productions.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So obviously he kind of knew how to kind of go about selling mixtapes on the streets.
Okay.
So he kind of gave me some advice.
Yeah.
And we kind of just connected from there. So we sold quite a lot of CDs on the streets, and I think that was kind of the last time where CDs was a thing where you sell on the streets
Now
before
it's
Spotify.
Streaming, Spotify, all of that now.
100.
Then gone.
I collaborated with Skinny Man.
Oh, epic.
No, I mean, for those who don't know who he is, just, Google him, hip hop legend in this country. And then a few years later, I toured with him for his.
How was that? How did you find that?
That was inspiring. It was eye opening. It was.
Where did you tour? Like UK?
UK. We toured in Cambridge.
Oh wow. Okay.
We toured in Scala.
Is that in North London?
I feel that's North London. Yeah. So we toured pretty much all over London.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Been busy, man. You've had an epic career, man.
I have.
So like now, how's like your health now? How you like compared to how you was 2006, 2012? Are you in a much better space now? Like how are you feeling now?
Way better. And I feel like in life sometimes you go through these things to really see there's more to you.
Yeah.
There's more to you than you think you know. Because these things bring out like certain different sides to you.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like even where I am now, I did not think I'll do half of the things I've done. Like I said, collaborating with Skinny, going on tour with him,
100,
and then starting my own label.
Yeah.
And then just doing other things as well. Like I've got a podcast with my younger brother as well.
Oh, cool.
We're on the break at the moment, but
it's,
you know what I mean?
It's there. So
it's there,
when it's resuming, JVA, it's got to be on your podcast as well.
Come on, man. 100%, man. Yeah.
Nah, big up though. Tell them before we sign out. Tell them where they actually. In fact, we got a dilemma actually.
Yeah.
Got a dilemma.
Okay.
Right. So, actually, Ace, can you screenshot it? The one from the Creative Insight TV one. The one that yeah. I don't think I have it in. Or can I log it? Or can I log in?
Just talk about something else.
What? Oh, yeah.
I'll find it. I'm sure I sent it to you one time.
Yeah, you did, but that's far.
Yeah.
That's far. Yeah. Alright, cool, no worries. But tell them where they could see if you can find it. Tell them where they can find you online. Where we streaming your music. Subscribing. Tell this camera right here.
All right, so you can find me on all over social media sites. Type in Mack Jehu. That's Mack Jehu official. Mack Jehu artist. On Instagram. You can find me on TikTok with the same name, Mack Jehu, MackJehu. Same thing with YouTube. Same thing with. It's not Twitter anymore, is it?
It's X.
X. Yeah. But yeah, and you can find my music on all digital platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud. You find me, man. Yeah.
Epic.
Yeah,
and if you guys need some high quality video production, you know where to go. JV8 Studios, filming podcasts, music videos, films, events. Here we cover a wide range of content, bringing your vision to a reality. So if you need to book us or inquire about anything, the email is going to be below here. You're going to see it. And also the website is going to be there too. So make sure you check that out. Also make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. And the final thing, which I think is most important, share it. Yeah, share it with friends, family, mums, dads, uncles, aunties, everyone, because Mack's story is inspirational, man. And obviously, mental health is something that's been talked about more recently than anything, like we said earlier. And so it's good that we're shedding light on on this topic. So
Definitely.
I don't think I've ever talked about something like this. So I'm learning something new.
I don't
every
think
time.
I've ever spoke about this publicly.
Wow. Okay.
So, you know what I mean? Like, for years, I was finding it hard to talk about these things, man.
And now you find that your story now is going to inspire a lot of people now, man.
Thank you.
I can tell.
But I got to big up people that were doing it before
Go for
me.
it.
I got to big up artists like Shocker from Marvel, from back in the day, from that grime crew called Marvel. He was one of those people that was unapologetic and fearless and spoke about his experience with mental health. So it's people like him and people like I can't remember the other brother's name, but there's so many other people that
I've done it.
Wow, like I've been there as well, but you guys are really, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're doing it as well.
I've got to take my hats off to you lot. So you lot definitely inspired me and you know, motivated me to kind of tell my story. So yeah, big up them, man, there as well.
Big them up each and every time, man.
Yeah,
and,
but let me just say,
go on,
big up to everyone. Big up to every single person. Because there'll be so many names I'm gonna make.
Bruv, I'm telling you, there's gonna be too many to name.
Yeah, and then I don't want to get that phone call. You didn't big me up.
Yeah. Trust me. You know how it gets, man. So I gotta say, big up everyone, big up everyone.
First and foremost, big up Mumsy, big up Lil Bro.
you know.
And big up everyone, everyone. You know who you are, man.
Trust me.
Nah, I mean, so yeah,
Trust me, man.
Come on.
Did you get the... And they can't find it?
Nah.
It's gone. No worries. Well, that brings us to the end of the show, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. I've already said my goodbyes, so we're out. Peace.
Peace, man.